夢は危険にしているよ。昔々から暗闇がいた。髪の毛は私たちを救うことができるよ。君の笑顔好きから冗談をいつもしたい。
Let's get into the fuck shit.
Oh man.
Let's talk about how Will Smith fucked it up for every husband in America on fucking Sunday night, because we all have to keep that same fucking Will Smith energy now. And some of us don't have fucking bail money. let's keep it 100. All right, so if you don't know, and it's fucking impossible not to know this type of shit at this fucking point, Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Chris Rock's quote, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Because he made a joke against what's the damn lady name?
Jada
Pinkett Smith. About her bald head, I guess the alopecia condition that she has.
Yeah.
And,
alopecia.
He called her G.I. Jane, and Will Smith wasn't having that shit. What's your thoughts, Malcolm? How do you feel? Was he right? Was he wrong? Was Chris Rock wrong? Was it just a comedian making a joke? How do you feel about that, brother?
See, I'm kind of all over the place with this shit. Well, for now, I'm really done with all that shit, because everybody in their opinions, and
nigga, white woman took my joy of all this shit today, so I can give.
Fucking Joe Rogan trying to put his 2 cents in and shit. I'm like, you the wrong nigga to say some shit. Nigga, you was just some shit. Like,
nigga. Ain't nobody tell him. Ain't nobody nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Right. Like, I'm like, nah, you shouldn't, because everybody on that fence of Will should be charged, and they shouldn't have let him do this, that, and third. The Academy Award they should have kicked him out and all this other shit.
That was
and I'm like, yo, bro, you was just in some bullshit last month.
Yeah.
And you over here talking that shit. It was like a couple comedians that was like that. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? Yeah. It's not even all that serious. But all I'm gonna say is this: was Will wrong? Yes and no. I would say yes, in a simple fact, he could have probably handled it kind of different, but still kind of addressing that. It's a clear indication that was 100% Boondocks nigga moment. That was a legit nigga moment. Oh, yeah. that Chris Rock experienced and Will experienced. That was a legit nigga moment right there. So, as far as him, I guess defending his wife, that's what a husband is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like to point out that at one point he was laughing, and then he looked at Jada. And saw that she wasn't feeling that shit, and then
he's funny. She gave him a head. Now you might want to go handle that,
right?
Essentially, we won't call like that.
Essentially, what is it? The 5 Heartbeats, when brother was like, man, every night I gotta fight to prove my love. He didn't get up, and then that's what that moment felt like to me, when Will kind of got up and headed to the stage and shit like that. That's exactly, that was the same kind of energy and shit. But it's so many hats and people's theories and all this other shit, and I'm like, all right, look, yeah, the nigga was wrong.
Brother, that man.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but I'm like, Chris Rock probably didn't know, but I know everybody's Jada Pinkett told everybody last year or some shit about her whole alopecia during the Red Table Talk. But then again, I'm like, everybody. And again, playing devil's advocate too. Chris Rock kind of knows how black women are about their fucking hair. He did a whole fucking documentary.
Yep.
So it's like, yo, bro, like you already know how sensitive black women are about like their hair and how they feel like they need to be protected and everything. Like, and you was like kind of pressing on that joke and shit. So I mean, the joke itself wasn't even funny
either. That's what
it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a bad. It was a bad joke.
The joke before that between the wife and the husband that was in the same category, what the case is, was actually kind of funnier than what the fuck they had going on. He just like he was moving like
around. Yeah,
he was moving.
Yeah, like the normal shit.
Because I think it was a leaked audio that happened that Will Smith was saying like he could have skipped us and went like straight to Jake Gyllenhaal or some shit like that. Like it was a leaked audio about that shit because I guess Jake Gyllenhaal was sitting next to him or some shit. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, at the end of the day, too, that's why I'm saying I'm kind of like all over the place because like I do know like as a fan of comedy and shit, I do know that's the comedian's job to push to push the envelope and shit. So like I do understand that shit. Now, if he didn't know like she had the whole shit or whatever, then like it's fine. Like that's why I'm saying they both kind of right and wrong at the fucking same time. Yeah. Not to mention like this nigga Chris Rock, you know, I'd take a fucking hit.
Hey man,
and he's a straight up professional.
You know what?
Kept the show going.
Out of so many memes and skits and shit that I've seen of Chris Rock in this Will Smith situation, nobody seemed to use the easiest one, which was him in the movie Head of State, and him and Bernie Mac was smacking the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
No, I saw nobody using that movie. I was like, oh man, because Bernie Mac literally got off the train and started smacking niggas, trying to talk to him and like that. And I think Chris Rock got smacked in that movie too or some shit.
Yeah,
part of that shit that they had going on. I can't fucking remember.
Yeah,
but
like
I was like the easiest one to go off with. Well, ain't nobody used this shit. I'm like, man, I almost made a TikTok. Well, like I suck at TikToks. Ain't gonna lie.
Nah, them TikToks was funny though. Like the funniest one was the Aaron shit. Like,
oh yeah, behind
the Aaron,
that's wild. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, Will.
He's like, Will, smack the shit out of him.
I'm not gonna lie. I had so many jokes ready for this shit.
Yeah.
But between TikTok, Instagram, and all the memes, tweets, and shit I seen, I figure it's dead. And I'm not gonna lie. I hate to admit this, but I let a white person steal my thunder, steal my thunder and my humor out of this shit. Because some white lady named Wendy Walsh.
Yeah, that was a horrible ass comparison.
Wendy, I think it's Wendy Walsh or Dr. Wendy Walsh, whatever the fuck her name is, on via TikTok. So she deleted the TikTok. She deleted it. But she was comparing Will Smith to Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, that was a horrible ass.
I was like, bro,
I was like,
what the fuck are you talking about? Like you comparing a nigga, you were comparing Will Smith to a nigga that's dropping bombs and killing people right now.
Yeah.
Dictator. Somebody that had started a fucking war, a territorial war. I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, white people get away with saying the dumbest fucking shit, bro. Yeah. That shit irritated the fuck out of me this morning. And then the bitch had the nerve to post another TikTok saying, well,
trying to double down.
I guess everybody is up in arms, blase, all this other shit with her white woman tears and shit. And then she's like, well, I'm a psychologist and I raised 2 black daughters. Bitch, who asked you this? Like, no one gives a fuck about what the fuck you done and who you raised, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, who the fuck are you talking? I just seen her page now. I'm assuming she posted a fucking apology video too. I can give 2 fucks. But, like, bitch, no one cares about your white tears. Like, no one gives, like, shut the fuck up. You just said the dumbest shit. You compared Will Smith to Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, it was a lot of that dumb shit going around. That's why I was saying everybody. It was like open field day. Everybody was trying to like ride that train and shit. Like not only that, but like even the Oscars and shit. Because like their views have been declining over the fucking years.
Oh yeah, that shit right. They spiked that shit. Yeah, I will say though,
this shit spiked that shit.
I will say though, I heard that Chris Rock ticket sales went skyrocketing.
Yes, it did. It did. I was just about to point that out.
It helped somebody.
It's like this shit is so stupid now because like everybody's in like a different camp. You got the people that's like, I'm siding with Will, I'm siding with Chris Rock, fuck Will,
and they
all
both
this other shit.
apologize at this point, so it really doesn't even give. It doesn't.
Yeah, and I know
But-
people wanted fucking Chris Rock to press charges and shit like that. It's like, look at here, bro. Like, we just went through a whole like summer before about like cops and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you want another black man to
Nah.
lock up another black man. It's
If
like,
it was me, I would have sued. I wouldn't have pressed charges though. I need
Right.
$200 million, Will. If you smack me, I would be honored. But you still have to pay me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just gonna take the slap just laying down. I'm not.
Word.
But yeah, man, I think Will was not wrong because I am the one that keep that same type of energy. I do have that Will Smith energy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will smack the shit out of you and my wife.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I don't give two fucks. But the only thing that I say that he fucked up on is that he didn't promote the best show in America is Bel Air. That's the only thing I think he fucked up on is that he didn't promote his show. Like, he should have smacked shit out of Chris Rock, walked away, and be like, yeah, keep my name out your motherfucking, keep my wife name out your motherfucking mouth. Also, watch the best show in America, Bel Air, every Thursday. I think that's the only place that he fucked up at, that he didn't promote his fucking show.
That would have been bad for his show, for that show. But
yeah, man. I think Will is the only reason I think he went up there and smack Chris Rock, he been hanging around them youngins. He been hanging around them young bulls on that show.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, everybody's like, that's another thing that's like pissing me off, because like it's so many fucking different perspectives and shit, and this shit is like everybody doesn't know shit. It's really just because like everybody was there and did it on national TV or whatever. But at the end of the day, nobody knows the mindset of how Chris Rock was feeling at that moment. Yeah. And nobody knows the mindset of like how Will is feeling at that moment. Like, yet like him and Jada, because like don't get me wrong, because like Jada is a fucked up person. Like, I'm not for all that with all the shit she been doing for the last couple of years and all that shit. But
all that bullshit.
At the end of the day, like there's some shit, like some lines you don't cross, and not only that too, motherfuckers got to understand. And I'm gonna use this as an example, just because like this is what I mean. Like, we don't know what the fuck is going on, and like how Will Smith's like his whole
but I think
temperament and all that shit. Because
so this is
like,
what Charlamagne said.
Hold on. Before you say that,
go ahead.
I don't want to lose this thought.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because if you think about it, remember when Chadwick Boseman, right, was losing all that weight, motherfuckers was like making fun of him and all that other shit.
Yeah, they don't
and nobody knew that this man, like, people had idea, like, you know, he had like some kind of he was battling some kind of sickness, but nobody knew to the extent of what this fucking man was going through. So that was my mindset there. I'm like, all right, like, I don't know, like, we all know that, well, I guess for whenever Jada had the table talk last year or whatever, or however long ago it was, talking about the alopecia, we don't know the effect of her health at this moment in time. So it could be something like really critical, and could be something like that set this nigga off, where he just like he felt like he needed to do something at that moment. And then, like, not to mention all the shit he's been taking since all of her shit. So like that's more added on shit for him and shit. That's why I'm saying, like, people are all different, like everybody's like splitting off to these camps and all this other shit, and like at the end of the day, it's really between these three people.
Yeah.
And if they talked and they figured this shit out, fine. That's what the situation is. But like, for everybody else with doing all this extra shit, trying to gain clout and all this other shit, talking about some, oh, this motherfucker Will ain't gonna keep that same energy with the fucking nigga that was banging his wife and shit. He ain't gonna do that. or
They
oh, he ain't gonna be blah blah
always say
blah
that
blah.
to his face though.
Yeah, like oh, if The Rock was up there, or like they just throw random motherfuckers on there,
They
like
had the wrong rock up there and shit.
yeah, they had the wrong because that's I've heard that like 10 different times from like 10 different people and some of the comedians and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the end of the day, it don't matter who was up there. That's why I was saying like it's a lot, man. That's why I'm like, at this moment, like yeah, like the whole situation was like, funny for like a second or whatever. Everybody's like that.
Everybody played it out. After RGC World got their shit off, everybody should just shut the fuck up after that.
Right. And they was quick too.
Yeah, they
we
was
talk about that too. They was.
I think they knew.
Was like,
RGC World is the new Simpsons. They the new Simpsons.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they got that shit off. That shit was literally up right after the shit happened.
Yeah, like 15 minutes. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Which was crazy. I was like, these niggas done wrote a skit, filmed it, edited it, and uploaded it.
They had suits ready for some reason.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
That shit was definitely quick. But yeah, but that's what Charlamagne the guy said though. He said like whatever blunt of the hit that Chris Rock took from Will Smith, it wasn't like a percentage of that, not even a quarter of that was probably even towards Chris Rock. It probably wasn't Chris Rock's fault. It's probably some shit that Will Smith been probably dealing with. Yeah. And he was like, he doesn't know, like no one knows like what the fuck Will has to go through at home with Jada and her shit and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like this shit probably been harping on her since that she even had the bravery or whatever the case is to announce that she had alopecia to the point where she had to go bald and cut her hair and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So that's what he had said though, but it's pretty much to the extent of everything you just said. But that's pretty much what he said. So yeah, man. At this point, it's whatever. Everybody didn't fucking apologize. The white she ruined it for me with the comparison shit. And now the bitch apologizing. I really want people that's underneath the iHeartRadio fucking umbrella to get on that bitch ass, but I'm pretty sure they fucking not. Just because she's probably somebody big that I can give two fucks about. But yeah, man, I'm like, man, this bitch. I let a white woman fucking destroy my joy today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And no, you ain't the only one. Because when I saw that, I was kind of pissed at that. And then I saw like this other comedian dude who was like dressed in armor and shit, and he was like doing a rapid fire on Will and shit like that. And I'm like, I understand. Like, all right, y'all feel like this is an attack on the comedy community or whatever, because like now y'all all thinking that random motherfuckers that like they ain't gonna like what you hear and they gonna run on stage and try to slap.
I heard that happens to comedians anyway, though. Like,
right.
This is nothing new.
This is yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody acting like this shit is something new when
it's
like
new. It's plenty of stories of comedians.
Plenty of stories where motherfuckers getting tackled somebody.
The fan that walks up getting their ass beat. This is nothing new. like
fucking Cat Williams, like fucking Cat Williams drop kicked somebody at one of his shows before.
Yeah,
like,
I think you see Young Fly knock somebody out like a year or two ago for what? And a big ass nigga at that walked up on the stage while he was performing and shit like that. So
yeah, I'm like, everybody killing me with this all high mighty bullshit and all this other shit, and I'm like, all right, bro.
Comedians get attacked all the time.
Like
one time, it was unexpected. Hell,
yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I get it. Like that's why I was saying, like, I get it from a husband perspective on how Will was feeling at that moment. But then the other half of me, the logical half of me is like,
yeah,
he could have handled that shit a lot better. Like if you wanted to dress that motherfucker, you could address that motherfucker. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, we all not in these motherfuckers' heads. So
also Will has a history.
Don't know
motherfuckers too. So
you said what?
Will Smith has a history of slapping motherfuckers too.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, he literally do. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth. I was like, why the fuck? Because like when it happened, I was like, why the fuck did he slap him? I at first I thought it was in part of the show.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that was a nice open hand slap though.
Yeah, and I was like, damn.
They caught that bitch with the cannon that be zoomed in for like
zoomed in
and shit, bro. That was a nice open hand slap, and they got the pitch of that motherfucker down like this, like God damn.
Yeah. I was thinking about the last time we seen him like snap somebody on like footage was
The dude on the red carpet. Somebody
yeah, like this random
he tried to
weird
kiss
YouTube
like
person. Yeah. He
backhand his ass.
yeah, because this motherfucker, because I remember seeing that shit, because like this motherfucker was known for just doing bullshit to stars and shit on red carpet events. And he would act like he interviewing them, and they get close enough, and then he do like invade their space and kiss them or some shit. And a lot of them get fucking mad. Will, when he did that shit to Will slapped his ass. Was like, no. He's like, no. He's like, I'm sorry, I slapped you, but no. He after slapping him, he came to his senses. Was like, no, no, that's not okay. Like you don't fucking do that, because he like lip kissed him. He was like mad as fuck.
I mean, man, shit happens, man. Just at some certain point, it is Chris Rock. He is a legend. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
this goes for anybody. Like this, you can't get mad at a person's reaction. You can never get mad at a person's reaction to somebody else's action. I mean, if that's what Will wanted to do at the time, that's what he wanted to do at the time. I mean, shit happens, bro. But they apologize, so I can give two fucks at this point.
Yeah, they had the mediators, Denzel and fucking Tyler Perry. Yes, talking to Will, I'm like, yeah, man, like trying to make sure he alright, talking to Denzel, talking to Jada, making sure she alright. They all talk with Chris and shit.
And he still won the Oscar.
Yeah, he did. And that was like right after that situation too. Which was crazy.
Richard.
Yeah.
At this point, nigga, I love everything Will Smith makes. Just don't know shit, dog. I'm watching my back.
That's another thing too. Like I just seeing all this motherfuckers like, I'm gonna be careful with the next thing I say about Jada, because I don't want Will come and find me and slap me.
I retract everything that we ever said about Jada.
I got hands, so I ain't worried.
I retract everything. But I'm gonna move for one. I'm not just gonna take the slap. Let's make that clear for one. Matter of fact, no, I might take this slap. I need the money. I don't know. I gotta think about it.
I take that for a couple mil.
I gotta think about it. Yeah,
I take that slap.
I gotta think about it.
Oh, yeah. Sound like new trip getaway money to me.
Hell no, that's a new life money.
Yeah.
Will Smith smacks me, nigga. That's a new life.
Yeah.
You niggas will never hear from me again, because I'm gonna get that much money out of his ass.
Nigga, the only way you can find me is you gonna have to take a plane, a boat, a train.
Exactly.
Jump off out of a plane with a parachute and shit. Like I'm gonna be somewhere secluded as fuck.
That's what fucking Mr. Beast did. You want to go buy an island? I'm going to buy an island. So I'm gonna get that type of money out of his ass. But yeah, man.